School Nutrition Training, Part 1, Safety Protocols for TAs and other staff assisting with distribution and meal counts. Follow Pitt County Schools guidelines for face mask and when feel sick. All school nutrition Pitt County School staff are expected to follow the following expectations for face covering use. You must wear a mask when you leave your car to work, while working, and as you leave work. You can take off your mask only to eat and if working alone in the cafeteria manager's office. If you are within 6 feet of another person, you must have a mask on. Guidelines to follow if staff is not feeling well. Stay home when sick. Wash hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, about as long as it takes to sing happy birthday twice. Make sure to wash hands before and after preparing or eating meals and snacks, after blowing noses, coughing or sneezing, or when in contact with body fluids, and after toileting, after touching eyes, nose, and mouth, and cover coughs and sneezes with a tissue. And disinfect frequently touch surfaces throughout the day. Follow regular cleaning protocols and use an EPA registered disinfectant that is active against coronaviruses. All coolers should be cleaned and sanitized daily, inside and out, including handles. And remember to clean and sanitize regular kitchen surfaces such as tables, etc. However, also assign staff to clean door handles in and out of kitchen area, light switches, handles to coolers, freezers, etc. Dining room tables and chairs used for prep and bagging of meals must be cleaned and sanitized before use and after use. Guidelines for personal hygiene for employees. Employees shall wash their hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, about as long as it takes to sing happy birthday twice. Dry hands with a clean single-use paper towel. Throw used paper towels into a lined trash can. In addition to usual hand washing, employees shall make sure to wash hands before and after preparing or eating meals and snacks, after blowing noses, coughing, sneezing, or after contact with body fluids, after toileting, after storing delivered food and supply items, and after taking out the trash. Employers shall provide alcohol-based hand sanitizers containing at least 60% alcohol at key points, including building and kitchen entrances, exits, check-in, participation roster stations, servant areas, and in transport vehicles. Employees should use alcohol-based hand sanitizers containing at least 60% alcohol only if soap and water are not available. Employees shall avoid touching the eyes, nose, or mouth at all times. Employees shall cover coughs and sneezes with a tissue or cough and sneeze until the elbow. Throw used tissues in a lined trash can and immediately wash hands with soap and water as described above. Employees are encouraged to keep multiple clean uniforms at work to change in as needed. Employees should consider bringing an additional change of clothes to wear home and should wash hands thoroughly before returning home. Consistent with School Nutrition Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point, which is called HACCP, procedures, employers should remind employees about procedures for proper glove use. Hands must be properly washed before putting on non-latex single-use gloves. Always change gloves when they tear before beginning a new task, every 4 hours when doing the same task, and after handling raw meat, fish, or poultry. Employees must also wear gloves, use utensils, or other methods to avoid bare hand contact for all ready-to-eat foods. If the employee has a wound on hands, fingers, or arms, a single-use glove must be worn over an impermeable covering. When working with food and using hand antiseptics, use one that is generally recognized as safe for use in contact with food. Social distancing is key during prep, packing, and distribution and cleanup for all school nutrition staff and any other Pitt County school staff during food service operation. All school nutrition staff and any other Pitt County school staff involved in meal preparation, packing, and distribution of meals must practice social distancing. Stay 6 feet apart and limit the number of people in work areas to 10 or less. Spread out in kitchen, dining room, and serving line areas. Guidelines for meal distribution areas. Distribution areas shall be set up so that employees, children, and families are able to limit contact while meals are being distributed. Strategies for limiting contact include avoid physical contact with the children, families, and other staff. Use carts and or tables as a barrier between the server and the customer. Frequently clean and sanitize food contact surfaces and clean and disinfect other high-touch surfaces such as preparation tables. utensils, servant areas, tables, transport vehicles, cold and hot holding equipment used for transporting food, doorknobs, oven, refrigerator, freezer, hot holding cabinet handles, and light switches. Guidelines for meal distribution areas. Children should not be allowed to surround the staff distributing the meals. Avoid contact with anyone picking up meals. Social distancing, 6 feet, should be practiced at all times. And nicely tell them to step back away from you. As meals are transported to meal distribution areas or vehicles for transport, avoid cross-contamination from touching door handles and other frequent contact surfaces, and then touching food or food packaging. Distribution areas should be equipped with cleaning and sanitation supplies, hand sanitizer, and cleaning products for cleaning surfaces. Employees shall use hand sanitizer as necessary during meals distribution. Prior to and following meal distribution, all surfaces, tables, carts, equipment, coolers, transport bags, and transport vehicles must be properly cleaned and disinfected. Thank you for stepping up to help us provide meals to the students in your school. You can always ask your school nutrition manager or assistant manager any questions about your assignments.